Good call.
We would like to take this moment as the family of Talkin Cowboys to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And even happier, say it with your chest Wednesday here on Talkin Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC studios. We've got Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam and his kids in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. Glad you're with us. We have the sugar. We have the Black Rifle. We've got every ounce of energy for you here over the next 45 minutes.
Let us in.
Let's go.
Let us in.
Cowboys, Giants, Thanksgiving holiday, Thanksgiving matchup. It's a divisional rivalry.
Don't call it a win streak, baby.
You got a chance.
Time to run the table. I told you, boys. Time to run the table. Okay.
You told us?
I said if they win that game. Now, obviously, I didn't pick them. But I said if they win that game, don't be surprised if they run the table.
You got them running the table? Next 6 out of 6?
He's just saying don't be surprised.
I think there's a high probability.
Wow. High probability.
High.
What would you classify as a high probability?
Over 70%.
Over 70% that they run the table?
Yeah, that's my confidence level.
Wow.
Goodness.
Well, you look at the schedule, too. I think that's a big part of it.
The schedule
It's a big part of it.
70%?
I'm at 70.
This team's won 4 games. That would require them winning 6 more.
I'm not even going to counteract that because still feeling good off of the Commanders win.
Yeah.
So the rest is the rest.
Yeah.
The
They got
rest
a
is the
winnable
rest.
game this week.
Yeah, let Juan
Should be getting some guys back.
W-A-N warm ass neck. Let him have his optimism.
Bro.
You had a warm ass neck yesterday. We
Isaiah,
saw
What
it.
happened?
what was the turtleneck?
What's wrong with the turtleneck?
You looked like a preacher.
I am.
You're a preacher of football.
I can't have a turtleneck.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I was just saying that, like, people like Patrik can make fun of anything
What's wrong with
and everything.
What's wrong with a turtleneck?
I was like, what are you looking so comfortable for? Why are you looking so cozy
Thought he was in Dallas.
on a Tuesday?
He's in L.A. with a turtleneck on.
Turtleneck
He was
in L.A.
very LA yesterday with the turtle.
Come on, man. Hey, that's where I was working.
He's very LA.
That's where I was working.
I thought
Now I'm
we
working
were-
in Dallas.
Did he have a pipe and, like, smoker's jacket?
Listen, possibly. You
I'll
just
pay you
never
an
know.
extra. I'll pay you an
puff,
extra $5 to show up in that same outfit
Oh,
for
I
Talking
got
Cowboys.
another one. I got another color for you.
Is that Essentials? What was that? What brand? Was that the?
They're
that was
not a
the high
sponsor.
class.
They're
That
not
was
a
the
sponsor.
high class.
They're not a
stuff.
sponsor.
It's tailor-made.
It's that fear of God stuff.
Tailor-made.
Oh my gosh, Isaiah!
Oh, brother.
No, brother. Tommy did that yesterday, and he's a rookie.
Tommy DeVito was here?
Tommy DeVito was not here. He might not be playing. Patrik, news and notes. Speaking of,
All right, so news and notes coming straight from the practice report yesterday. Let's start with some of the headliners. Zach Martin is not trending toward returning this week. He missed practice again yesterday as he deals with both the ankle and the shoulder injury. He was also not in the locker room, which is never a good sign. So Zach Martin likely out, but Tyler Smith spoke with him in the locker room yesterday, and he was asked if he's going to play against the Giants, and his answer was, "Oh, absolutely." So as long as the medical team approves and agrees, as Isaiah makes his neck warmer right now, then Tyler Smith is expected to take the field. Deron Bland spoke
what you
with
looked
him.
like yesterday.
I was comfy.
Yes, it
I have another one. Don't worry. Another one's coming.
look like you I don't know. Like you were stuck in the I don't know mood.
I look like a therapist, huh?
Shoulders were to the
That
to
look
the
like a
ears. Shoulders were to the ears.
If we win this game on Monday, we all need to show up in turtlenecks. I'm telling you.
I don't own a turtleneck.
I'm starting something here.
Figure it
people.
out. I mean,
Yeah, we can get something. It's
I do
Black
own a
Friday.
scarf.
See, Josh, I can't win. If I wear a shirt that fits me,
I know.
they say, "Oh, you're showing off your muscles."
Who's they?
And if I wear something, that actually covers up, they're like, "Oh, you're covering up your neck." There's no winning here. There's no winning.
just let your friend shine, man. Jeez.
There's no winning.
I don't have a problem when you showing off your fitness. Show off your fitness. What we do is show off the fitness. But you went full LA yesterday.
I did go LA.
So I had to cook you a little bit. Like your neck was
Hey,
cooking.
my neck was warm.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh,
and
your
warm.
And I worked out on
your
it.
neck was toasted.
And I worked,
yesterday.
but it wasn't tight. See, a loose fit turtleneck
Smelled
is
like
okay.
boiled
But you know what?
apples.
It wasn't so most of the old school turtlenecks used to like fold over. This one was not a fold over turtleneck. This one was like a nice form fit.
It was a mock neck, if you will.
You see what I did there?
See?
I'm gonna show up in a cable knit sweater.
You know what?
you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm buying.
Looking like
I'm
Chris
buying that
Evans
same
and
shirt
Knives
for all
Out.
of you guys. What size you guys wear?
XL.
XL.
It won't fit.
Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will. I'm gonna get you. It will fit over those.
Patrick wears
two.
an extra medium.
Oh, I'm getting you one.
I would 100% wear
I
that
will
on the
go
air.
by Stonebriar on my way home and get it for you guys.
Come on now.
Extra medium.
We'll wear
for
it all
Patrick.
same day.
Four grown men in the same room.
We're doing it.
Turtlenecks.
We're doing it.
Smell like baked apple.
We're doing
pie.
it.
All the lights need to be brown.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get
When
a
they
star
wear
embroidered on
sunglasses.
it.
Plush
You
leather.
gonna put the patches, the elbow patches?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go talk to Double J and see if we can get it in the team store.
Oh my God.
Let's do it.
Just put a star on it.
Cowboys
Put a star in it.
turtlenecks.
Make it
Cowboys fans, Talking Cowboys listeners, chime in and let us know
Let's
if
go.
you'd wear Cowboys turtleneck.
All right. Hey, listen, this is your last day of not wearing a turtleneck in Dallas. Today's gonna be 80, and then it drops down to 55.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Lows of 33.
Up and down. Ooh,
No, ain't no more up and down. It's over now.
It's
No, I'm
over.
saying
It's
it's
fall
one more
time.
up
Yeah,
today,
it's your last up, and then it's
down.
straight fall
And then it's down.
Let's go.
in December coming up.
And you're hoping that that's not true for the Cowboys season. One last
No, we're on the way up.
All right.
We're on the way up, man.
I hear you, brother.
Yeah.
More, please. I want to see the fight. That's what I'm here for. I'm for the fight. That's why I love the conversation.
Help
I
us
had
on the
with
way.
Wanye. The players, the coaches, they're fighting. Speaking of Wanye, secondary, Deron Bland, he said he's not experiencing any soreness, said he feels better than he thought he would feel. He thought there would be a little bit of rust. He thought on a short week after not playing for 10 games that he'd be dealing with a little bit of soreness, whatnot. He said he was not. He said he's good to go for Thanksgiving. Going down the line, Trayvon Diggs, he's taking a step in the wrong direction. So he participated in a limited capacity in the walkthrough with the groin and knee injury. Remember, he was a last-minute scratch against the Commanders. He did not participate in Tuesday's practice. I'm told that they're being very, very cautious with Trayvon Diggs. Obviously, when a player of that caliber, you also have to look at the future and not just the now. So don't know if Trayvon Diggs will take the field. If not, hopefully we get another Josh Butler legacy game. Okay.
Wasn't he a little banged up?
He was, but he's playing.
He played through it.
I tell you who is likely not playing. Kalen Carson. He did not participate in Tuesday's practice. I'm told, just some whispers, it's not official or anything like that, but some whispers are that his shoulder has suffered a little bit of a setback that might cost him some time beyond this past Sunday's game against the Commanders. So whatever that might look like, it sounds like you can scratch Kalen Carson from Thanksgiving.
Are we cooking? All I want to know, are we cooking?
With
Brandon.
looks that way.
Yes.
It looks like there will be cooks on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I like it.
I like it too.
You like it? You
Yes, we
like
can
it?
go.
You like it?
I used that in the touchdown he had last year. I
Did
used
you?
it, yeah,
Great minds. Great minds.
on the highlight read.
All signs point to a yes. Now, of course, that'll be determined today.
Who's number
because
2?
The Cowboys, since they have the game tomorrow, all of their transactions for tomorrow's game have to be filed with the league office today. So elevations from the practice squad, any activations from IR they have to happen today. So
Is there like a projected time?
deadline is 3 p.m. Central Time.
Okay,
so
cool.
just look for that. But having conversations, hearing Steven and Jerry talk about it, speaking with Brandon yesterday in the locker room, I would be floored if Brandon Cooks is not on the field for this Thanksgiving game. Floored. At this point,
Nice.
I would be absolutely floored.
I'm down.
Even though his practice participation thus far has been limited,
Yeah, but he's fine.
you'd still be floored.
Let me put it this way. I asked him yesterday, I was straight up. I said, B. Cooks, how you feeling? He said, I was good last week. All right. All right.
CD has his wingman.
Yeah. So, and that should be fun because as it stands, they've been trying to get Jonathan Mingo involved. But
Yes, they have.
It's not worked out. It's not worked out
Because
so
of what?
far. Well, number one, you got the quarterback change.
Okay.
But then that combines with the fact that he just got here 3 weeks ago, so he still needs to learn.
Has he been
the
open?
playbook and whatnot?
Couple times, yeah.
Couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Couple times, yeah.
I actually like some of the routes he's been running.
Yeah,
he
me
had
too.
one comebacker
So-
that he had to catch on this past week. That was
So we
nice.
shall see.
Cook and lamb on Thanksgiving.
And I'll end on this one.
What's your bingo card?
Tyler Smith is expected to return. So I think I said that.
Yeah, you
but
did.
I don't know because this. If y'all
okay.
see
It's
this,
It is,
Have
it's weird.
Have y'all seen this injury report?
No, it's
My
weird.
God,
Yeah.
it's
It's
all over the
lengthy.
place. No, okay. Oh, my mind, Tyler, Austin Richards, high ankle sprain. So he's going to miss some time, unfortunately. He had some solid games in spelling Tyler Guyton.
He was
but
in a boot,
He
right?
was in a boot in the locker room yesterday, so don't expect him this Thursday and likely not for a couple games thereafter. We'll see how that plays out. So injury report giveth, e.g. Brandon Cooks, Tyler Smith.
It's good. It's good.
And it taketh away.
It's 2 starters, though.
Some Richards.
You get 2 starters back.
Zach Martin. Yeah, you do.
I'm also concerned about Eric Kendricks and Marshawn Nealon.
I am concerned about
DNP
Kendricks.
the last 2 days.
I'm not so concerned about Marshawn Nealon. I spoke with Marshawn yesterday, and he said he's feeling fine.
Yeah.
They are likely just being extra precautious. Now,
with his coming off the injury.
Right. Does that mean he'll play on Thursday? TBD, because if he doesn't play, I'm told it's not because he suffered a setback. It's because they're being that much more precautious with the guy who had a knee injury versus Deron Bland, who had 10 weeks to come back from a stress fracture in his foot. So, short week, 4 days, I wouldn't be too concerned. But there's a good shot that he does play Marshawn. So
I just bumped into Marshawn on the way in here a
Yeah?
few minutes ago, and I asked him how he's feeling, coming off of the game, and he said, he's a little tight, but he said overall he's feeling good. He said we had a little conversation. He said he's doing all the things. He's doing all the things that gave a little old school veteran wisdom in terms of how some of the things to do for your body to get yourself back, and he was on top of it already.
Yeah.
So if he plays this week, it's due to Isaiah.
No. He's already I just said he's already doing it.
Right.
All the things I was telling him that he should do in order to help himself, feel 100%. He's already doing it. So that's good.
So,
I don't
like
know
I
what
said,
type of.
if he doesn't play, it's not because he suffered a setback. It's just because maybe he's dealing with a bit more soreness on a short week.
Yeah.
Then the Cowboys will be comfortable with putting him out there versus Deron Bland, who told me yesterday he's not dealing with any soreness. 2 different situations.
And we talked about this a couple weeks ago. As you win, you know what? I can play through this. Don't feel as bad as I was before, Josh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just they're making play. You
All
know
of a
what,
sudden-
coach, get me in there.
The rhythm is going to get you.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're made out of adamantium. And you're
Come on now.
Wolverine.
That's it.
Regenerating.
Is that a Marvel reference
Get out of
from
here.
Josh Rodriguez?
That was interesting.
That's a Fox
That's
reference.
a Marvel.
That's a Fox Marvel
kinda
reference.
both.
Before it was Fox, it
Not
was
a
Marvel.
Disney Marvel
kind of
reference.
both.
Yeah, it was the early Marvel.
Early Marvel.
Okay.
Early Marvel.
Not garbage. Disney.
Listen,
All right, we're not having this conversation. We got way too much to hit.
Eddie Steps.
Way too much to hit. Offensive preview. Isaiah, what do you see from the Cowboys? Or actually, defensive preview first. Let's save it. Let's flip it. On the rundown, it was defensive first. I want to talk about the offense. Cowboys offense, how do they replicate what they did and had success with against Washington on Sunday?
Just stay persistent. I would say there's one guy on their defense that I'm concerned about, and that's
Leonard
obviously
Williams?
Huh?
Leonard Williams?
Yeah. No, Dexter.
Dexter Lawrence,
Yeah,
sorry.
Dexter. Leonard
Williams.
Seatown.
Oh my God, Kyle bulletin
went all
board
the way down.
material. There's the bulletin board
bad.
material. Kyle
he's-
Youmans said Dexter Lawrence's cheeks.
No, Dexter Lawrence is not. Kayvon Thibodeau is not either. They're both pretty darn good. You got Brian
but
Burns
you know
on the opposite side, too.
But they're not showing up, right? They have the names. Brian Burns has a name. Obviously, they made the trade for him. Kayvon Thibodeau has a name, but when you watch them rush, you're not bothered. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying when you turn on the film, and again, kind of on the heels of what I was talking about, when things aren't going good, you're not necessarily going to be playing your best all the time. You kind of become a shell of yourself at times, depending on who you are. And that doesn't go across the table, but depending on who you are, if you're not motivated, maybe you're just not giving it your all. I'm giving it enough to check the box, but I'm not giving it my all. So I think that might be what we're seeing out there in New York. It's just bad news bears right now. So you're probably getting a shell of what those guys are capable of doing, but I'm not bothered by those two.
No, and I think with in terms of Kayvon Thibodeau, I feel like it's been sort of more of the same from him. He's a hit or miss guy.
Correct.
If he wins on a play, he wins on a play.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't,
He's
which is most of the time, he does not win on
He's a
that
light
play.
switch.
Exactly.
He's a light switch. He decides. And I'm sorry,
And
fans.
he hasn't lived up to that number
Yeah.
5 overall draft pick in 2020.
Sorry, fans, you guys don't like to hear this, but guys turn it on and turn it off at
Yeah.
times. And he is the Wikipedia, encyclopedia version of that, right? When you look up, turn it on, turn it off, there's a picture of Kayvon Thibodeau in there.
Cowboys fans have experience with that.
Yes,
His name was Chidobe.
Yeah. So he does that. But again, you have to respect the guy in the middle. And he's an absolute beast. Dexter Lawrence is a hoss.
Yes.
I was literally, it's the first time this year I laughed out loud while I'm sitting there watching film, eating my breakfast, because Dexter Lawrence, in 2 plays on 1 consecutive drive, literally tossed the center for Tampa Bay out the club. Like, he was tired of him grabbing him. He just
Bounced him.
Yeah, just literally just grabbed him and chucked him. Like a little boy, like you would throw your son or your nephew, just threw him on the couch and looked at him. And then like a couple plays later, he literally swan dived on him. Like, just literally same dude, just threw him on the ground and just boom. He just landed like the ball was going the other direction. He didn't even care. He's just being a jerk at this point. So he's obviously just a physical specimen. You have to have 2 guys on him, otherwise he will wreck your game. He will literally pick you up, Cooper BB, and sit you in the lap of Cooper Rush if you don't take care of business. So we don't need Coop on Coop crime. Okay, we don't need Coop on Coop crime. So take care of him. At the second level, the only guys that I'm concerned about is Bobby Okereke. I like him a lot. And there's another guy that most people probably don't pay much attention to, 41, Micah McFadden. I like his motor. I like him in the run game.
Alabama guy.
Yeah, I like him in the run game. Pass coverage, you get him in space a little bit, he kind of a fish out of water. But in terms of being able to see ball, hit ball, he makes a decision and he goes. Secondary to me is blah. No, they're not very good. Their secondary is not very good. They have 1 interception, I think, this year.
No,
so
you're right.
yeah, one interception. So they're not a threat in that regard. They don't do a lot of complicated stuff coverage wise. They want to play single high. They'll play off, looking inside. They give it away. There's no secrets. If they do want to try to fool you, they'll come out in a single high look, and then they'll roll that. They'll literally take that free safety and they'll pull him down as the middle field player in cover 2. Then they'll drop their cornerbacks as the safety. So that's the only little invert cover 2 type of, I'm gonna say the bad word. Stuff where they will trick you. You know what I'm saying? Where they want to try to trick you.
Didn't get as far as you did.
I didn't do it.
But that's it. That's it. And I don't want to oversimplify it. I know we gotta get going, but that's literally it. That's all I'm seeing. I see guys who are capable of playing hard, but they just don't.
Long story short, I was just going to say, for me, it begins and ends with, begins and mostly ends with Dexter Lawrence and what he can do. It does bode very well that Cooper Beebe was able to hold Dexter Lawrence to just 1 QB pressure in their first outing this year, and that was as a rookie. Transitioning to center for the first time at the NFL level, that's good stuff. Had trouble moving Dexter out of the way. We talked about this yesterday in the run lanes.
Yeah, you can't move him.
How can you?
Nobody moves him.
But if you can keep him off of Cooper Rush, now you're giving yourself some time to make some passes down the field. And Cooper Rush, we talked about it last week. The one thing he did last week that he hadn't done in the previous 2 starts is he threw the ball and completed passes 20 yards or greater down the field, and that was helped to be the difference maker. Secondary, like Isaiah said, I agree. It is vomit face emoji. There's nothing back there that I'm worried about. 1 interception. The coverage skills are not there. The scheme is not there for them to excel. What I will say is when it comes to the Giants defense, especially Kirike, keep an eye on ball protection. Make sure that you secure the ball. They excel, especially he does, at punching that ball free and forcing some fumbles that the Giants have been able to recover on several occasions over the course of their 11-game season. So that's really it for me. Give Cooper Rush some time. Get on the same page. Like Isaiah said, no Cooper on Cooper crime. For me, that means no bad miscommunications on snaps. They've had 3 fumbled snaps in the past 3 games. Fix that. Yeah. Because if we're talking about a team, like I just said, and the Giants who can force and recover fumbles, don't give them those opportunities.
Well, maybe Cooper Beebe's mom might be here for Thanksgiving.
Hey,
maybe
Mama
get some
Beebe.
snaps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, extra snaps. I like it. I like what you're saying about Okereke, though. Like, if you looked at his Pro Football Focus pass rush grade, it is an 86, which is pretty darn high.
Pretty high.
In terms of a linebacker, absolutely. But on the other side of him is Isaiah Simmons, who isn't having a spectacular season by any means, but he's a physical guy.
Yes.
And in terms of a run defense, run threat, to me, he was critical in their win against the Seattle Seahawks. Sorry, Isaiah. Mm-hmm. And he's more than capable of stuffing the run at the second level.
He's great at setting the edge, too, because he's big enough to be able to come downhill. And kind of what Isaiah outlined it on Film Room this past week with Wanye Thomas and Donovan Wilson. They kind of used him in a similar situation. Isaiah Simmons can do that. He's not the same prospect they anticipated him to be, in Arizona and then now with New York. But
he's a physical dude.
Still very physical.
And has a high motor. So, as a huge fan of the draft show, Kyle, I wanted to ask you, can you tell me about Tyler Nubin and how he's looked and compared to his tape from Minnesota and the Golden Gophers?
He was so downhill, bro.
Yes, at Minnesota. I remember him coming up so often when we were talking about the draft process.
Think Donovan Wilson situation.
Yes.
Think Dono, not as physical as Dono from a size standpoint. I think Nubin's a little bit smaller, right?
Yeah,
I'd have to go back and look at the numbers specifically. I think he's a tad bit smaller than Dono, but when he was in Minnesota, he would play in the box. He was versatile enough to play in coverage at the collegiate level. He's not the same at the NFL level. He's had some troubles in coverage. He's had some troubles working backward. But when he's able to play downhill and he's able to play in the box, he's just like Donovan Wilson. He can punch the football out. He can force some turnovers. He's one of their heavy hitters in the secondary of a secondary not full of heavy hitters.
Right.
He's still growing into the versatility that he showed at Minnesota, but still a really good player overall.
Their defense plays downhill.
Yeah.
Well,
that's when they have success. When they're forced to back up,
they can't.
that's when they don't have. And honestly, for me, that goes
Brandon
back
Cooks,
to.
please come back.
Yeah, Brandon,
That's what I'm
Brandon's
saying.
gonna
That's
help
why I
out
was
huge.
asking about B. Cooks. Yeah.
It goes back to those edge rushers. You mentioned Kayvon Thibodeau, the light switch. I think that's a perfect analogy for Kayvon Thibodeau. I think we're underselling Brian Burns a little bit. He's had a good year. I mean, there was a stat I saw. Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Like there's guys you turn on the film and it's like they pop.
Dude,
right? And
he had a sack.
Early in the season, he was that for them.
He had a sack against Carolina a couple weeks ago where it was DeMarvion Overshown-esque, where he took off. I mean, I'm talking like a one-step acceleration.
Capable.
Bryce Young was rolling out on a bootleg to the left, and it was just one step out of a chute, and he was there. And that's an edge rusher, a true defensive end edge rusher, not a linebacker like
sure.
Demo.
For sure.
So he still has it. He's got 6 sacks.
Listen.
He's generated 5 pressures in 5 games this year. That's tied for 6th most in the NFL. I don't think he's as much of a light switch as Kayvon.
Not even a little bit. Not even.
Yeah.
He's more of a dimmer.
slow up, slow down.
But the offense is not helping him at all, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
For sure.
He's not one of the.
he's a clap on.
Clap on. He's the clapper.
Yeah, no, you're right, and that creates frustration for the defense.
I think that's a big part of why you see him dimming a little bit
Yeah.
throughout the season, right?
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to what you've talked about this team. When you're losing, it's easier to turn it off.
Yep.
Whether it's a dimmer or it's a light. That's funny.
Cowboys
It's
also
control now,
need to make sure that they are like they did in Washington. Need to make sure they're leaning on Rico Dowdle to help stabilize, especially against a New York defense that is bottom of the barrel as far as run defense is concerned.
Before we get into it, because we got an offensive.
I'm gonna leave it alone after that.
Yeah.
I would not try to run on them. I wouldn't. Honestly,
I wouldn't try to run.
This is a game where I would just come out and throw up 40 times because
Really?
I'm more concerned about their ability to stop your run and create some turnovers that way versus throwing the ball.
Because they've got a great defense.
I just
line.
wouldn't
Exactly.
run it.
All their guys play downhill. Like that's their strengths. Their D line does good on just bull rush. Their linebackers are shoot the gap type guys. You guys just talked about their safeties. Shoot the gap guys. Like I would not want to try to force the issue. I know you have to try to be as balanced as possible, but this is a game. If there was a game where I say, hey, Cooper Rush, throw up 40 times, this is it.
And if you
Yeah,
want
but
someone
then
like
that-
Isaiah Simmons to turn it on, watch him stuff a few runs.
Yes.
And then it really starts to go
I'm not
downhill.
adverse to that, but I think then the slippery slope there is you end up with a 55 attempt game from Cooper Rush and a
won.
loss. No, I don't think you win in a 55 attempt game from Cooper Rush.
The thing is, too, we're talking about all this, and this team has had it on dimmers or they've had the light switch off when it's Thanksgiving and you're on the road and you're playing against a team with this logo
Play up.
on their chest and
Turn
on
it
their
on.
helmet. That switch is going to be on no matter what. I think there's going to be a little extra juice from the Giants. They've been tired of being beat by the Cowboys. I'll tell you how many in a row that's been and how much they've dominated since 2017. It is atrocious.
Halogen lights
How
or
the
is it
Giants-
LEDs?
I don't know. We'll have to see. That's
Floodlights,
what's
baby.
going to figure out. Maybe the Laney Wilson stage lights. We'll see whatever
Oh,
happens
those
there.
are bright.
All right. When we come back here on Talking Cowboys, we flip it to the defensive side of things. Cowboys defensive preview against whoever is playing quarterback for New York. Could be Tommy Cutlets. It could be Drew Lockdown. Who really knows? We'll figure it out when we come back with more Talking Cowboys.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this portion of the show is brought to you by none other than Quaker Oats, the official oatmeal sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Quaker Oats, trusted since 1877.
Buy your oats on the internet.
I have my
QR
oats.
code in the corner.
You got them this morning?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Nice.
What can they scan?
The Quaker code.
There
It's
you
in
go.
the corner.
Do it.
In the corner. Get it done. All right, Cowboys defensive preview. Cowboys defense has been playing pretty good the last couple of weeks.
I like it.
Trying to take a step forward and make it two straight wins predicated off of the defense. Patrick, who's playing quarterback for the New York Giants this week?
Unleash Tim Boyle, you cowards.
What?
But no, listen. So Tommy DeVito, he's dealing with a forearm injury.
Oh, he was limited yesterday.
Yeah, and Brian Dable said, "quote unquote," it's not 100% that DeVito, that Tommy Cutlets will take the field. So wow. So there's a more than solid chance that it's Drew Lock. And
No!
If it is Drew Lock, then you're getting a pissed off Drew Lock, and we saw what a pissed off Drew Lock can do when he stepped in for an injured Geno Smith in Seattle. He can absolutely
Sling it.
do some things. So
Helped the Cowboys win the division last year by beating the Eagles on prime time with a touchdown pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Well, another alarming stat is that, well, not stat, but Malik Neighbors is very vocal in the media this week.
Very.
And we know what that means for
Hey.
wide receivers that are very vocal in the
Start
media.
him in fantasy.
Hey, it ain't the quarterback. Oh no.
Is he chewing gum?
Is he
like
chewing
that?
gum like that?
Yeah,
Gosh, stop it. There are
grief.
people that listen to this.
bro, that's what he was doing. Y'all didn't see the interview?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't see it?
I did see
Oh, bro, it was terrible.
Yeah, so he's calling out.
No.
He's calling out his coaches. He's saying it's not because of Daniel Jones. He's not even on the team anymore. Obviously, he's like, yeah, it's not the quarterback.
No, I saw that, but I'm talking about the gum. So he was chewing like
He was chewing like
Cookie
that.
Monster
Like that.
pajama pants.
No,
type
seriously,
cookie.
like that. Like that was
how he
not
was chewing his gum.
That was not an over exaggeration.
He's still a
He was
legit
mean
threat,
chewing.
though. Mean chewing.
He was chewing like
He
a
was
camel.
upset. Neighbors is still a legitimate threat outside. You've got Wan'Dale Robinson, who had some success against the Cowboys back in Week 4. They used him on a lot of bubble screens and a lot of outside looks. I don't want to say who's the biggest threat because it's definitely Neighbors.
I like their backfield too.
But
where are they going to find success
I mean,
offensively?
you gotta you gotta love what Josh Butler showed you in absolutely strapping up Noah Brown.
Yeah.
So he's going to be on one of the complementary pieces that you talked about. He's not going to be on Malik Neighbors. That's going to be tasked to Deron Bland, right? So, and Jordan Lewis is one of the highest graded cornerbacks, not just nickelbacks, cornerbacks in the league this season. So Deron Bland is back. Jordan Lewis continues to play at a high level, and Josh Butler is surging right now. So I think that I think you're in good shape there. Even if it's Drew Lock, right? Drew Lock is a market improvement over Tommy DeVito, which is why I don't know why Dable put Tommy Cutlets as the starter in the first place, right? And you saw
he was a third string on the depth
Drew
chart.
was,
and
what did Drew say? Well, they told me I'd be, the second one, but interesting. There's a lot of bad things going on up there. But yeah, Drew Lock's going to come in with a chip on his shoulder. But I think that I'm pretty confident in the Cowboys secondary to bottle up those guys. And then from there, it's the linebackers and the pass rush. I mentioned this yesterday on the inaugural edition of Stargazing. last year.
Cool article.
DallasCowboys.com.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
very cool article.
Great job, sir.
Thank you. Cowboys last year against the backup quarterback, which was DeVito, in November against the Giants, they had 5 quarterback sacks. Okay. None of the players who produced those sacks are on the active roster in Dallas right now. Right, Dorrance Armstrong is gone. Dante Fowler is gone. Neville Gallimore is gone. Sam Williams is on IR. DeMarcus Lawrence is on IR. Micah Parsons had a silent game that game as far as stats are concerned. So you need that production to be replaced. So it's going to have to be the onus on Micah Parsons, DeMarvion Overshown, Chauncey Golston, who is really surging himself. Right, Carl Lawson had 2 very strong games. Kind of went quiet since then. Need him to reemerge and then maybe sprinkle in some Tyrus Wheat. We do love us some Tyrus Wheat. So that, what my point being, a new cast of characters has to step up and get some pressure on Drew Lock or DeVito, whomever is back there.
Why do you think Wheat was down last week?
Is
because
I think that
Nealon was there?
Yeah, I think that was more
like
of a
Wheat, man.
It's a numbers thing.
It was absolutely a numbers thing, not because Tyrus is playing
But
poorly.
Wheat provides you so much versatility.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
Play him inside, outside. He's kind of that tweener.
He's a tweener on a D line. He has a heck of a motor. He's a heck of a special teamer. I don't know. I'm not making those decisions.
I mean, but if
you did,
really
Deuce
went
Vaughn
down
wouldn't be down either.
Don't get me started. I mean, I obviously I was sitting and kicking and screaming on top of the table last week, the last few weeks, talking about Cavante Turpin and the underutilization of Cavante Turpin.
Still underutilized.
Still
on offense.
underutilized. He got 1 target, 1 catch last week for 8 yards. But yet he's considered to be one of the most electrifying players in the league.
Fastest player in the
Well,
NFL.
if Cooks, in fact, does come back on Thursday, it makes it that much more challenging for them to figure out who gets the ball outside of CeeDee Lamb. And, I mean, as far as the Turpin conversation,
you're absolutely correct.
Trying
But
to get
I'm not-
Bingo,
but I'm not
trying
sure-
to get Flournoy,
I'm not sure that the-
Brooks, Cooks.
It's not the I don't know.
Tolbert,
It's the
Brooks,
play call.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
It's the play design too on
yeah,
top of that.
it bothers me. It really bothers me
Like, you
because
gotta
I'm
get
like
him
whatever is hindering your confidence in getting him opportunities.
Say it with your chest,
address
I say,
it. You can't mandate that these guys stay after practice and do drills, but I can sure as heck suggest it. You know, I can write them up a workout. I can make sure that, hey, I need you to get 500 catches on the jugs after practice. Like, you know, whatever it is, like, just develop. And I can't speak to what is or what's not happening over there, but there's no way that I have somebody with that capability that has with the ball in their hands that I'm not finding ways to ensure that they have all the confidence in the world and then finding ways to get the ball in their hands. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Now, if we're sitting here talking about, okay, there were 7 attempts and he only had 1 catch, that's different.
Yeah.
We're talking about 1 for 1.
crazy.
And then, you know, then he just makes something happen on special teams. He can be more than that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Cowboys Nation feels that frustration as well. I do
sorry.
too. I know I certainly do. When they had the catch and run for 64 yards and they were able to get him some ability with the yards after the catch, he has the vision.
And he learned from this mistake.
has the
A couple,
speed.
2 weeks before that, he didn't do that, right?
Yes.
He put the brakes on. He watched the film. They coached him up on it, I'm sure.
Kept on going.
And then
Just go.
just go. So what do
Run.
you do the next time? He got the ball. Just go.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. All right. I want to take this next break a little early because
do it.
we've got some Pick'em segments coming up. 888-855-2297 if you want to be a part of our Pick'em segment. Plus, I've got a little surprise for you guys.
Oh, I love surprises, Kyle.
This is also from Cowboys Nation, Talkin Cowboys Nation.
go.
Got a little surprise on the other side of the break. Plus, of course, the Pick'em segment. 888-855-2297. Right after this.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
They say champions are remembered, but legends are never forgotten. United Ag and Turf offers a winning lineup of John Deere equipment built to tackle any challenge on and off the field. Legendary John Deere tractors, combines, residential mowers, commercial mowers, compact construction equipment, Gator utility vehicles, and a full line of golf and sports turf equipment. United Ag and Turf, the official Ag and Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com to find a location near you.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we're going to overtime.
Erica, how much have I spent on concessions?
For questions about their money, Dallas Cowboys fans can turn to Erica, the virtual financial assistant in the Bank of America mobile banking app. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/Erica by your side. Bank of America, official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Erica responses may vary. Digital tools featured require downloading the mobile banking app and may only be available on select mobile devices. Erica is a mobile feature only available in the English language. Your chat may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. Message and data rates and additional terms may apply. Bank of America, N.A., member FDIC.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this portion of the show is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome back in. About to do our Pick'em segment with our fan representative, Mario from South Texas. But first, we want to give a shout out. We got a package delivery, gentlemen.
Hey. I like packages, Kyle.
I know you do. All right. My name is Tiffany, and I live in the land of the Cowmanders, as in Virginia. Yeah. I am an early childhood teacher who loves sports, football, and your show. I watch it every day on my lunch break, from Kyle grading players, Isaiah breaking down game plays, Patrik dropping science, Josh making people laugh, and the overall discussion. I learned so much about the sports, so thank you guys for that. As a creative, when you issued the challenge for the t-shirt contest, I had to participate.
Okay.
This is a themed t-shirt. It's called Immersed in Blue. In spite of a disappointing season so far, I hope these bring you a little bit of light. Since they were delivered on Friday, the Cowboys are 1-0.
There it is.
So,
not saying, but we're just saying.
Here is Immersed in Blue.
Hey. From
yes. Tiffany.
Absolutely
go.
How about that?
Oh yes.
So you got
the intensity, huh?
You got the
Peep
old
the hat though.
Got the old Cowboys, Talking Cowboys logo on there. I like the throwback there. I like the no C hat. That's awesome.
Legendary.
Good stuff.
Hey.
Here's my favorite part though. Here's my favorite part. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Behind the scenes.
Yes.
Beam, baby.
That's
Beam,
funny.
baby. I like it.
Hey,
So
it's on the back.
I need a one shot with Tiff.
Beamer on the back.
Beam in the back.
I need a one shot with Tiff.
She killed it.
Yes. Tiffany H.
Shouts to her, man.
Tiffany, you are.
She was
badass
fantastic.
for that.
Thanks, Tiff.
cool.
Hey, appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Make him as a turtleneck next time.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Please don't.
It's the only turtleneck I'll have. Hey, listen up.
You're so toxic.
Tiff, appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Seriously.
Thank you very much. Seriously, like real talk, all the fans, we truly appreciate you guys. But when you guys send stuff in, like we don't take it for granted.
No, this is awesome.
No way.
We don't take it for granted.
Very
And we
cool.
keep that stuff. It's not like we just rock it and get rid of it. Like, no. Like we create space in our closet for the shirts that you guys make.
I wore one of
appreciate
the first ones we got, the one with like the bowl in the hand of God
Yes.
for Beam.
Yes.
I wore that the other day to work,
Nice.
like just around. I haven't had it on. I had
with
it
the
on one of
Isaiah's
the-
forehead?
Yeah, the one with the sunroof.
Yes, yeah.
Convertible top.
Convertible top.
All right,
Five
let's,
head,
let's get into Beamer's
go.
bulletin. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you, Tiff.
Tiffany, as always.
Thank
What's
you
up,
for that.
Beamer?
What's going on, guys? How's it going today?
It's good.
Going well.
All right, let's go to the standings. They haven't really changed much. The only thing that's changed since week 4 is Kyle.
Oh,
And he's going the wrong way.
darn it.
Patrick with 50 points. The fans and Josh is making a major comeback this year. Now, it doesn't surprise me.
Josh
'cause
Stradamus.
last year, Josh should have just won it all, just the way he was picking. Josh
Win
and
percentage.
the fans are at 47 points. Isaiah,
I'm
I'm
unconcerned.
going to need to see you in the back after work. Isaiah stand back with 43. I thought you played in
Hey,
this
I'm only
league.
4 back.
That's a lot.
Of second
That's
place.
a lot of puppies.
That's a lot of puppies, baby.
All right, so
I'm not
just
a,
letting you
yeah,
know,
I'm not a
last
dog- I'm not a
week,
dog picker.
one of the
Second
guys,
place.
the guys in that room right there picked the biggest dog of the year.
The biggest dog?
The biggest dog from 10.5 down. The only guy to pick the Dallas Cowboys would be Josh, my guy. So because they were 10.5 dogs last week, I gave him 2 points.
Wow.
I didn't know
It wasn't necessarily a part of the potential.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know that was
a
a thing.
10-point dog.
10.5
It was a part of the
largest
actual
dog we've ever
pick'ems,
had.
though.
Are we changing the rules
Okay. Oh,
midway?
no.
That's
through?
what it sounds like.
Okay. Then I will give you 4 points if you pick. Well, I don't know. We'll work this out.
No.
We're
That's
gonna
the-
kangaroo court this.
It is technically a dog. It is
It's a big
technically a
dog.
dog.
No,
See,
It
but
is
it wasn't
the
on the list.
largest deficit
Technically,
Because we
we've
picked
had
the
this
Cowboys.
in the league.
No.
We picked the Cowboys game every
Correct.
week, no matter what
It
the
was
No.
spread is.
dogs.
We're not going to be Poland and change the history. Books.
you don't wanna
No,
change
that's what you're doing.
You don't want to change things.
That's
what
what
you're
you're
saying.
doing. That's what you guys
This
are
is
doing.
why I needed extra time.
What in the
Okay,
gaslight
okay.
is going on here?
We're gonna table this discussion.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna have this off air.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna talk about it for a minute.
Trying to change the rules mid-game.
If that were the case, I think a lot
10.5
of us would have
dog.
thought about picking the Cowboys.
10.5.
They were 10.5 point dogs.
But you have to state it ahead of time if you're going to
potential
do
dogs.
that.
You can, but you got to pick a dog last week, and you picked the Cowboys.
Well, he
so
lost
if you
his
would have
dog
said
last week.
exactly, he did lose his dog last
did
week.
you.
If he would have said,
So did
you
you.
know what, I'm going to pick a dog,
I'm
and it's
also
going to
not
be the
seeking 2
Cowboys,
points.
then I would maybe give you the 2 points. But you didn't. You picked another dog, and then you picked the Cowboys in our pick 'em.
I'm saying no.
So then don't pick the dog and just pick the Cowboys.
If they're a 10-point underdog and you
So
want to see
maybe
it,
as the host,
I'll put
you
it in the
should've-
list. I'll put it in the list.
We're gonna run out of
This
time.
is the first time we've ever come up with this. But in the future, if the Cowboys are a touchdown or more underdog, I'll put it in the list.
But I get my 2
so
points.
now that's the
changing
thing.
the rules in the third
Wow.
quarter is a
my 2
wild
points.
business.
I like you guys, but you guys are crazy.
Crazy.
Wild.
All right.
Doesn't matter. You're
Let's go
all
to-
arguing for second through fourth place.
Oh God.
Should
Let's
have
go.
picked the Cowboys last week, guys.
Should have.
And how close was I, Beam?
So what?
How close was I?
To what?
Score?
Your score last week was 41-17.
No, 31-17.
Oh, 31-28.
What?
31-28.
You knew.
31-28.
Pretty close.
Pretty darn close.
All right. Our potential dogs. There's only 3 of them this week, and no, the Cowboys are not multi-score underdogs in this week. It is the Bears, the Raiders, and the 49ers. We've got Mario in South Texas. What's going on, Mario?
Gentlemen, I'm finally back on. So glad to be on with you guys.
Glad to
STX
have you,
Mario.
man. All right, let's roll through this. We got Bears, Raiders, Niners as the 3 potential dogs. Lots of really good games this week with short point spreads. So, Josh, I'll let you start.
Niners.
Niners as your potential dog. What you got, Pat?
Yeah, I'm going Niners with that one.
I'm going to go with the Bears.
Wow.
Don't let them figure it out. In a divisional matchup, Thanksgiving, throw out the records. Give me the Chicago Bears.
Crazy. Niners, I guess.
Niners at the Bills.
Yeah. It's
A little desperation. Mario?
This is like triple dogs.
Is Brock Purdy back?
I don't believe so.
Even if he is, then I think the Niners is the easy pick for dog this week.
Easy pick for dog. We'll see about that. All right, Dolphins at Packers. Dolphins going up to Lambeau. Potential kickoff temperature for that game is slated at 35 degrees for Miami.
Packers.
Okay, Packers. I'm going to take Green Bay as well.
Why is this not a dog game?
Because there's not it's actually a 2.5 point spread.
Tua's never won those type of temperatures. I think he changes it. I like Tua.
Okay, Josh.
Give me the Packers.
Mario.
I've never seen a dolphin swim in the Arctic, so give me the Packers.
That's funny.
Steelers at Bengals. Divisional rivalry. Bengals trying to save their season. Isaiah.
Steel curtain.
Steel curtain. I'm going to take Pittsburgh here as well.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers on this.
Mario?
Give me the Bengals at home, guys.
Ooh, stand on an island, Mario. I
Bengals
like
coming
it.
at the Cowboys with a dub, huh?
Chargers at Falcons. I really like this matchup. 2 good quarterbacks, 2 good offenses. Josh.
Is Quentin Wilson still catching balls for the Los Angeles
Johnston.
Johnston, sorry,
yeah.
excuse me. I'm going with the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons drop 2 on the road. They need to get back right at home. Mercedes-Benz goes crazy. I'm going Falcons.
I'm going to go with the road team here. I'm going to go with the Chargers. Justin Herbert and company, Isaiah.
Yeah, they're missing J.K. Dobbins. Quentin Johnston's struggling. But I think Harbaugh finds a way. So I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Mario.
Well, now I'm leaving you on an island, Kyle. I got to go with the Falcons.
I'm not on an island. Me and Isaiah are here together. Yeah, me and Yang, baby. We're right here, baby.
You can lose together.
Yes, we can. Cardinals and Cardinals and Vikings. The Vikings of the Cardinals. Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, back and forth in Minnesota. Mario, we'll start with you.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Give me the Vikings at home. They're playing good ball.
I'm going to say Minnesota. That defense is balling. Is that your pick?
No, that's not my pick. I'm going with the Cardinals.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, that defense in Minnesota is balling, but that
Kyler,
elusive little Kyler toy.
Be careful.
I'm going Cardinals. No, I was going to say
It's modern warfare out there for Kyler Murray.
just because
he's been good
he's
since
like,
then.
pew, 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 pew. He's hard to get a handle on.
He really is.
So I'm going Cardinals.
He's
I'm going
tough.
Cardinals.
He's tough. All right, Eagles at Ravens. This is going to be a fun one. Ravens survived the other night.
Ravens.
Yeah. You don't want to think about that one a whole lot? What do you think, Isaiah?
Where's it at?
It's in Baltimore.
Doesn't matter. Ravens.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Ravens.
It definitely matters.
It doesn't. Ravens.
Barkley versus Henry, though.
I honestly think
you think one Harbaugh figures it out.
I think Philly figures this one out.
Really? Give me the Ravens by 1,000.
Yes.
Baltimore wins
I like
it big.
Keep losing.
Mario.
The Eagles are on a 7-game win streak, but that ends in Baltimore.
There we go.
Love it.
STX Mario from the top row.
That is going to be fun.
This
Henry
is
versus Barkley.
This is a battle of the 3 MVP prospects.
And Lamar's going to
Lamar, Henry, and
Saquon.
And Saquon.
Yeah.
And
People are trying to put
Hurts.
Josh Allen in there, and it's
Josh Allen is doing.
I know,
things.
but he's not doing what these 3 are doing.
And he's a quarterback.
I understand that. Lamar Jackson is number 1 in the league in passing. He's number 2. He's number 2 in the league in terms of touchdowns or something like that. And he's
behind Josh Allen.
He's top 20 in rushing too.
Ravens.
Saquon's leaving.
Gonna be fun.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be a fun game. All right, this one's also gonna be a fun game. Thanksgiving afternoon. It is a tradition unlike any other. The Cowboys hosting a Thanksgiving matchup. You've just got your turkey, your dressing, your sweet potato casserole, sweet potato pie. It's got all
Battle
sorts
of
of
mac and
sides.
cheese.
You got some mac and cheese.
The studio mac and cheese versus the stadium mac and cheese.
is going to be a classic battle as always. We've got pregame live getting started at 2 p.m. Central Time. After that, it's a pure physical NFC East rivalry. Cowboys, Giants, kicking off at 3:25 on Fox. Mario, who wins it this week, Cowboys or Giants?
Guys, after a 5-game losing streak, I hate to say, but I think the Cowboys have injected a little hopium into us, haven't they? So, I mean, Giants coming in, I don't think they have enough to match up with what we got. So I got the Cowboys this week.
What's your score?
I'm going to go 27-16.
27-16. Why did you say you hate to say it? So you sound sad that you're picking the Cowboys to win.
Oh, no. I want my Cowboys to win all the time.
Good. I like it. Mario, we appreciate you listening as always.
Yes, sir,
You've always
Mario.
been one of our favorites. Everybody's our favorite, but you're certainly at the top because you consistently listen, win or lose, and we appreciate you calling in for the first time this year.
Hey, thank you guys, and have a great Thanksgiving.
There you go.
too,
Happy
brother.
Thanksgiving,
You too,
Mario.
brother.
South Texas.
To interpret Mario a little bit, I think he's saying he's sad to say that we're being injected with hopium, right? It's like an episode of the X-Files. We're starting to believe. And I think that is...
With one win.
With one win.
Well, the
I think
truth is out there.
The truth is out there. This is true. I want to believe.
We've been waiting on a little bit of that, I think.
Yeah. We're desperate. We're thirsty
It
for
felt
some
good. Let it feel good until it doesn't.
And we've
feel
only
good.
had 4 days
Yeah, I
to
was
like
about to
feel
say,
good
it's a
about it.
short week. It's okay.
Stop it.
Gonna have some fun for a little bit.
Feels
Everybody
good.
can smile
Let
every
it feel
once in a
good
while.
until it doesn't feel good.
Billy Bob.
Cowboys have won 7 straight against the Giants. They've only lost 1 game since 2017 against New York. Isaiah, do you think that changes to tomorrow?
I think the Cowboys. I told you, I truly think they're probably going to win out. And I think that game spurred them, and I think the guys are motivated now. They're probably going to start having fun again, and that changes absolutely everything. So I think the Cowboys beat up on the Giants. I'm going to go ahead and go with let's go 28-17 maybe.
Okay.
Very, very similar thought here. I think Cowboys are going to win this one 27-17.
I'm going to go.
So you just Price is Right at me.
Not
1 point under.
I had it written.
$1.
I think it'll be a closer game. I really do. And especially if Drew Lock plays, I think it's going to be a
let's not
tighter
wish that,
game.
please.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tighter than Tommy DeVito. 27-23 Dallas. Dallas still wins it, but I think if Drew Lock plays, especially, and even if not, I'll keep the same score, 27-23. But I really think it's even closer if Drew plays.
Yeah, there's no version of the multiverse in which I see the Cowboys losing out every single home game this season. And then you look at who comes after. You got the Bengals that you're going to host. You have the Washington Commanders that you're going to host looking for revenge. Yeah, they take this.
Buccaneers
Cowboys are up against a lot of adversity, but so are the Giants, and the Giants are in shambles in the locker room. Cowboys are not. Cowboys are kind of galvanizing off of that win. Cowboys take this in a close one, 24-20.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us here on Talkin' Cowboys. Great job, as always, this week. Boom! For all those that, of course, are traveling for Thanksgiving, safe travels. Be safe. We will see you on the other side of a great holiday weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Enjoy the family time. Enjoy the football. And we appreciate you, as always, listening to Talkin' Cowboys. As always, those are forks
Thanks,
today.
Tiff.
Those are forks today. Special thanks to Tiffany for the Cool's T-shirts. We will wear these on a Victory Monday very, very soon. For Chris Beam in the back, for Isaiah Stanback, for Josh Rodriguez, and Patrik Walker, I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long from Talkin' Cowboys. Go Cowboys! Happy Thanksgiving!
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!